down of politics till maybe the election. So, but this coalition thing just kind of like tempted me out of my shell now. So let me quickly talk about it. So coalition. Let's look at the facts. The first question is, whose coalition is this? This is Atiku's coalition. Who are the characters there? They are Atiku's people. Tambuwal, Tambuwal, all the CPC guys, even El-Rufai and co. People that either Atiku's PDP faction or the CPC faction that worked against president in the last election. Those are the people in the coalition. And then they brought in Peter Obi because they need Peter Obi's energy and the youth vote. The shocking aspect of this coalition for me is not only does Atiku own that coalition and organizes that coalition, Peter Obi disappointed me. Peter Obi just entered the coalition with nothing, no agreement. So here is my prediction. Peter Obi is going to be used because I've read the ADC constitution. They run indirect primaries. So all these, it'll be at 6 million votes, Kiniko, is bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. They're going to run primaries, and we know how Atiku does his primaries. Wike outspent him in PDP primaries. Atiku still beat him in primaries. And for those that think Atiku doesn't want to contest, let me remind you of who Atiku is. Atiku contested in 1993. The only year Atiku did not attempt to contest is 1999, and that was because he had already become governor of Adamawa. He tried to upstage Obasanjo even in 2003. 2007, he ran under ACN. 2011, he attempted to run. He was knocked out during primaries. 2015 too, he tried to do primaries against Jonathan. You guys remember, he tried to run. 2019, of course, Atiku and Obi. 2023, that was supposed to be Igbos or Southern turn in PDP, he ran. The man officially is 78 years old. Realistically, this is his last shot. And realistically, he assembled this coalition. Are you telling me, an adult here, telling me that Atiku is going to give it up? Is not going to contest? You must be joking. So this coalition, I just don't understand if Obi has had an agreement to become VP, because the end result of this thing is they're going to do primaries. Either Obi accepts VP, because there's no way in hell Obi has the delegates to beat Atiku in the primaries. No way. So is either Obi is going to become vice president, and maybe he's agreed to become vice president, or he does what he did in the last PDP. He pulls out. So Obi is, disappointing. With all that following, you did not get a solid agreement, and then you are entering with the wolves. This is not a tea party. This is not a joke. So Obi is either going to support Atiku, that is if he becomes VP, or support Tinubu, which is if he runs by himself and splits the vote. Because this time around, PDP is going to float a candidate. Coalition is going to float a candidate. If Obi doesn't join them, it's going to become a candidate. And then you have BAT. We also remember, these guys are not fond of using their own money. And the people that fund them, Tinubu, are taking all over the South state. I even heard Bayelsa too is even joining. So at the end of the day, this coalition thing, I really don't understand what Peter Obi did. Like, are you going to? Are they going to fool you twice? Literally fool you twice?
Okay, Kulata, let me play the role of an analyst. So, what if it didn't turn out the way you are thinking now? What if at the end Obi becomes the candidate of the coalition? Did you think about that? And
no, but Rudolf, do you understand what indirect primaries mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, now you understand. Do you understand how we've been doing our indirect primaries between PDP and APC? Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So who are the constituents of this ADC? Where are they? Are they from Heaven, or they are from PDP and APC?
No, no. What I'm saying, I don't know the whole
No, no,
dynamic.
no. Answer that
Play
question now,
now.
Rudolph. These
Play.
are the same people.
Yeah.
They're no angels. They're going to run indirect primaries. It's going to be it's going to be based on delegates. If Obi doesn't have the delegates, he's simply not winning. And not just that, Amechi too is interested. There's no zoning arrangement. Let's have clear eyes. There's a video today that Atiku was talking to some elders in the north, and he was promising them that this time around, when he's running, he's going to go after corruption. I'm not sure if I sent you that video. He said it in Hausa. That was when I knew, like, this guy is running. So let's not kid ourselves. And if you don't have the delegates, you are not winning the primaries. This is not rocket science. And to get the delegates, you have to buy them. We saw it in APC, we saw it in PDP. Rudolph is the same characters. How is it going to change? We are adults. Let's stop wishful thinking. This is what is going to happen. If Obi cannot buy the delegates, it's simply not going to become the whatever. This is not altruistic venture. These are guys that are desperate for power. These are guys that have been used to power. You're not playing around with kids here. You're playing around with the wolves. Do you think they're going to just shed their skin? It's not going to happen. Let's stop all this wishful thinking.